Money isn't broken, it's evolving, and most people are still using the old manual. While you're budgeting coffee money, global systems are quietly rebooting. A new world order isn't announced with fireworks, it sneaks in through inflation, supply chains, and your portfolio returns. Today, we're breaking down what's changing, why it matters, and how future money will reward the prepared, punish the distracted, and confuse everyone else. Buckle up, because this is economics with consequences, not bedtime finance. Welcome to Money and Planet, the channel where capital meets consequences. We decode the future economy, sustainable investing, and the financial systems shaping tomorrow's world. If you want to grow wealth without pretending the planet doesn't exist, you're in the right place. Subscribe now because understanding the future early is cheaper than fixing mistakes later, and ignorance compounds faster than interest. Number 1, the old world order ran on cheap money. For decades, low interest rates fueled growth, debt, and asset bubbles. Governments borrowed freely, companies expanded endlessly, and investors learned to buy the dip religiously. But cheap money wasn't free, it borrowed stability from the future. Now inflation has arrived to collect payment, and central banks are realizing that printing prosperity has limits, consequences, and political costs. Number 2, globalization is being rewritten. The old rule was cheapest wins, no questions asked. Today, the rule is safest survives even if it costs more. Supply chains are shortening, factories are reshoring, and efficiency is losing to resilience. This transition feels inflationary, but it reduces catastrophic risk. Sustainable investing loves this shift because local production, energy independence, and circular economies suddenly make long-term financial sense. Number 3, the dollar is still king, but no longer untouchable. Countries are trading outside the dollar system, diversifying reserves and building alternative payment rails. This doesn't mean collapse tomorrow, it means competition over time. A multipolar currency world rewards real productivity, trade balance discipline, and resource security. For investors, currency exposure is no longer optional homework, it's mandatory survival reading. Number 4, digital money is inevitable. Central bank digital currencies, blockchain settlement, and tokenized assets are moving from experiments to infrastructure. The goal isn't freedom, it's efficiency, monitoring, and speed. Payments become instant, traceable, and programmable. The opportunity lies in platforms, cybersecurity, digital identity, and compliance technology quietly powering this transition behind the scenes. Number 5, debt is the quiet dictator. Global debt levels are mathematically unpayable without inflation, restructuring, or financial repression. Governments won't default loudly, they'll dilute silently. Inflation becomes policy, not accident. Real assets, pricing power, sustainable infrastructure, and essential services become wealth shields, not luxury positions. Number 6, demographics are destiny. Aging populations mean fewer workers, slower growth, and more dependence. Healthcare costs rise, pension systems strain, and labor gains bargaining power. Automation, robotics, artificial intelligence, and productivity technology become economic survival tools. Investors betting against demographics usually lose slowly, painfully, and publicly. Number 7, climate risk is financial risk. Extreme weather disrupts supply chains, insurance models, agriculture, and infrastructure planning. Markets are finally pricing nature like an asset instead of a footnote. Renewable energy, water security, grid modernization, and climate adaptation aren't moral bets anymore. They're survival economics with measurable cash flows. Number 8, geopolitics replaced free markets. Sanctions, subsidies, trade barriers, and industrial policy now shape returns. Defense, energy, semiconductors, food systems, and critical minerals become national priorities. Neutral investing is becoming fictional. Knowing policy direction increasingly means knowing profit direction. Number 9, inequality changes consumption patterns. Wealth concentrates at the top, middle classes stretch, and demand shifts accordingly. Premium brands, essential services, and subscription models outperform discretionary hype. Sustainable models win by efficiency, durability, and necessity, not excess or trend chasing. Number 10, trust is the new currency. Institutions are questioned, narratives fragment, and transparency becomes valuable. Companies with clear values, resilient supply chains, measurable impact, and honest communication earn loyalty capital that translates into pricing power and long-term returns. Every world order shift creates fear before opportunity. The investors who win aren't prophets, they're adapters. They accept that systems change, incentives evolve, and yesterday's rules don't guarantee tomorrow's returns. Sustainable investing isn't slower, it's smarter because it aligns profit with reality. When capital flows toward resilience, efficiency, regeneration, and adaptability, money stops fighting the future and starts compounding alongside it. So what do you do now? You don't panic sell civilization or wait for normal to come back. You diversify intelligently, learn macro basics, and invest where the world is going, not where it has been. If this helped you think bigger, hit like, subscribe to Money and Planet, and share this with someone still waiting for the old system to save them. It won't. Every generation thinks stability is permanent until it isn't. The New World Order isn't good or bad, it just is. Those who understand it early gain time, flexibility, and choice. And in finance, choice is the rarest asset of all, especially when systems are changing quietly. History shows that wealth rarely disappears, it relocates. Capital moves towards systems that reflect reality, reward efficiency, and respect limits. The future economy favors builders, problem solvers, and investors who understand constraints. Money and Planet exists to help you see those shifts early, think independently, and invest with intention instead of fear. Stay curious, stay adaptable, and remember that the best returns often come from understanding the world before it explains itself. This isn't about predicting dates or disasters, it's about recognizing direction. When incentives change, behavior follows. When behavior shifts, markets reprice. And when markets reprice, prepared investors don't panic, they rebalance. That mindset separates spectators from participants in every economic transition. The future rewards patience, systems thinking, and long-term alignment. If you understand flows of energy, capital, labor, and trust, you understand returns. That is the real edge. And in a changing world, edges compound faster than luck. Learn early, adapt continuously, and invest like the future matters. Because it does, whether markets agree or not,